Hi guys, I just want to talk about the Philippine and American politics. So let's go Philippine first. Probably not many people know that I was still in the Philippines when there's we have the assassination of Aquino at the tarmac at the airport. So this was back in 1983. I still remember almost vividly that I was kind of watching it on TV as many of Filipino at that time because that is the it's kind of it's very hot topic at that moment. Um, President Marcos was was in charge. He was the president at that time, and Aquino was the opposition candidate. He was on the self-exiles in the U.S. Because he has some heart problem, and he asked, he was being jailed for some crime. It's politics. It's about politics. So, and then when he has to go through some heart problem, he asks Marcos permission to go to the U.S. to have a bypass, and then Marcos gave him the blessing, and I think their agreement is as long you stay away from politics, you're okay to leave. So and then he went to the U.S. and he had a triple bypass. It was successful, and after that, he started to teach in college in the U.S. Um, few years later, I think the opposition was calling him to come back home and to kind of run against Marcos at that time. So he decided he's coming home, and then even the President Marcos warned him not to do that because there's a threat on his life. But he insists, and then when he on the day he's coming home, millions of Filipinos are tuning in on TV, waiting for the arrival of Aquino. And then I remember I was watching on TV on my monitor, and then all of a sudden, the like there's a delay, like what's going on, there's a delay, and then like a lot of people are, waiting at the airport, and then all of a sudden, we saw the flash, the breaking news that he's been assassinated at the tarmac. So it was chaotic at that time, and you don't I was very young. I just could not imagine that something like that will happen. Um, then then after that, I think that was he was assassinated in 1983, and then the opposition decided to make his wife as the candidate to run against Marcos, and then the election uh, was won again by Marcos, but a lot of controversial people were saying it was fraud. So and then this rebel from the people, they decided they want to like a rebel, a revolt from even from Marcos' own military, and then we all have witnessed the people power in 1986, and that's installed Cory Aquino to the presidency, and then President Marcos at that time, Ferdinand Marcos, has to go on exile to Hawaii. That was the Philippine politics. So fast forward last week, I was watching a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. I was watching, and then all of a sudden, like not too long, not that very long, maybe I would say in about 10 minutes time, all of a sudden you hear shot being fired, and then like you know on live it was shot being fired, and then Trump hold his ear, and he felt something, and then he just automatic, he's very alert. He dropped to the floor, and the Secret Service just swarm him like cover, like an armor, just swarm him to cover him. And then all of a sudden you see all the crowd like totally silence, and people will try to duck, but they did not move. They would just stay there. All eyes are on the podium, because all of a sudden you don't see Trump on the screen. Everybody, you see all the tense situation of the people were all staring at the podium. They want to make sure their leader is okay. Like a minute or so later, we seen that Trump got up on his feet, and then he kind of, the Secret Service want to move him, but he said, no, 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 let me, because he know that the people were concerned. He can see it, he can see it through the body of the Secret Service, that everybody was just watching. They're not panicking. They're not running away, as we have probably witnessed some of the like shooting. You see people just go panic and then run away from their life. But not this time. People were just like waiting. They all want to make sure their leader is okay. So when once Trump got up, he said to the Secret Service, "Wait," and he stick his face out, kind of to show people he's okay. And then he raised his fist, and then he said, "Fight, fight, fight." It was a very iconic moment. I never thought I had witnessed something like that, And then we see the picture, the iconic picture with Trump fist up, bloody face, and then the American flag on the back. It was just, uh, it's it's like I cannot explain, like what looking at the picture. It's just, I don't know. It's something, like there's so much to it. It's, some people said it's call it like it's going to be the icon of the, you know, everybody's going to remember that pictures. And there's a, also include, there's a like a, they were saying that it's a divine intervention. And for the fact, it just, if you watch the news, it just it just and just like a half an inch, you know things could turn differently. So I do believe it's a divine intervention. uh, he was saved by by God. And then yeah, I would never imagine uh, have to witness that kind of like assassination here in America, because that's not the America I know. I used to love watching the presidential debate. I I keep saying that here you could probably have a disagreement, you can debate, and then after that, you can still have a dinner, sit down dinner with your with the other side. So shooting somebody is kind of way out of line. It's just not the American way that I know. Uh, I remember watching. I don't know how many times I watched the debate. Like Reagan versus Mondale, and they even like teasing around. They were teasing him because at that time Reagan was much older candidate than Mondale. Mondale was a young, much younger, and then Reagan will make crack a joke like he's not gonna make the excuse of inexperience of Mondale because he's much younger, and then the both of candidate will be laughing. Even the moderator will be laughing. It was just it was fun to watch American presidential debate. Um, but now it just things change. It's almost like everybody hate each other. Yeah, this is it's disheartening to see, the country's kind of into a chaos right now. But we're still hoping, people will be reasonable, don't get it too personal. Um, that's why we have to keep praying, for everybody's safety. Um, One other thing that a lot of people were commenting, I've seen, even the local or the the news media was saying that the crowd were just like they did not panic or go in stampede, like running around, running for their life. Everybody was just there looking, and even President Trump had mentioned that he was sad, he felt that the people love him and people were there just not only to support him but also want to make sure he's okay. And that's true because I have experienced the same thing. I Many years ago, this was many years ago. He was not the president yet. He was running as a candidate for president, and he has a rally here in Florida. I remember attending the rally. I was curious, as many are, and want to hear what he has to say. So I remember at that auditorium. It's a big auditorium, and we were watching. And then he came out. He spoke for a few minutes, and then I seen this one guy in front of me, maybe like probably fourth row for me, and he was wearing a jacket, and he tried to reach out for something in his pocket, and the one beside him thought he was pulling a gun or something. Somebody just like shouted that there's a gun, it's a gun. And so when that happened, I remember all of a sudden Mr. Trump kind of ducked to that podium, and then Secret Service were just swarm him right away, cover him, and rush him out of that of stage. They went inside, and then people were just did the same thing. People were not running around. Everybody was just looking around what's going on, and I see the one in the front. It was kind of covered by a couple of people. I think they were trying to hold him up or something like that. And then find out later it was a false alarm. It's not a gun. He was just trying to reach out a paper or something from his pocket. But what I'm trying to say is the most of the people that go watch Mr. Trump or President Trump not only are supporter, but who truly believe him and kind of love him, and then at the same time, uh, when they go there and then something happen, they want to make sure they would even protect him. That's what I'm trying to say. They will even try to protect him. As I have witnessed, people were not, they did not go panic and run around. Everybody was just like looking at that podium on that day on July 13. Everybody eyes were focused on that podium. Make sure President Trump is okay. And I have witnessed the same thing on uh, maybe I believe that was 2015. When he was running for president, and he was doing a rally in Florida, in West Palm Beach, that I have attended. It's the same scenario that people were just staying, and then make sure you know there's no no stampede, running around. Everybody was just looking around, if like seems like if they can help, they want to help. They want to help protect their leader. And then on that day, like 15 minutes later, I thought it would be over. I thought the Secret Service would come out and say, "Hey, we sorry, folks, we have to cancel this event because there's an incident, and we for safety reason, for everybody safety, we just want to cancel it. But no, 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 that's not what happened. 15 minutes later, this gentleman came out and said, okay, he just announced it. It was a false alarm. Somebody thought it was a gun, but the guy was just reaching out for a paper. So he introduced Mr. Trump, and Mr. Trump came out again and continued with the speech or the rally. That's just tell you that's Mr. Trump. Yeah, for a second at that time I thought that the event will be canceled, but no, no, no. He still continue because people, many of the people that have been waiting hours and hours for him to hear him speak. Anyway, that's I thought I shared this with you guys. But anyway, we have to keep praying for everybody's safety. We are living in a very uncertainty time, not only here in the U.S. but also in other countries. We have seen the war in the Ukraine, and then also in Israel, and then the election in UK, and election in France. So it's a very uncertainty time right now. So we just have to keep calm, and then keep praying, guys. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Bye bye.